Hi there, welcome to my views and news update for you from Ankara, where Somali and Ethiopian delegations are in talks. What happened? Any breakthrough? Are talks going to collapse? Some say Ethiopia Somalia talks are on the verge of a collapse. So, what happened? Can we say talks are about to collapse or some progress has been made? What are the sticking points? What is Ethiopian position? What is Somalia's main concern? I am doing videos on that. Since yesterday, I've been doing videos trying to keep you updated with what I have learned through some people close to these developments. Let's start with firstly, the talks kicked off yesterday. It was Monday when Ethiopian and Somali delegations held talks. Ethiopian delegation is led by Tatske Selassie, the foreign minister of Ethiopia. Delegation of Somalia is led by Ahmed Fiki, the foreign minister of Somalia. Hakan Fidan, Turkish foreign minister, is playing a key role. Indirect talks are underway. Hakan Fidan is separately holding meetings with with Somali and Ethiopian officials. Yesterday, he met twice with Ethiopian delegation and he met with Somali delegation too twice. So he held four meetings, two with Ethiopian officials, two with Somali officials. No direct talks. Why? By the way, I am unable to understand what is Somalia doing. I mean, if you are there to talk to Ethiopia, you should talk face to face. Just to tell the people of Somalia that Somalia's government is not talking to Ethiopia. This strategy has been adopted by Somalia. It is not talking directly to Ethiopia. Whether you are talking through Turkey or indirectly, you are talking. You are negotiating with Ethiopia. So come out of this nonsense. Talk to Ethiopia directly. You are making big decisions about the future of these two countries, but the future of millions of people on both sides of the border. So don't claim that you're not talking, that talks are just indirect talks. No, talk face to face. Yes, Turkey is playing the role of facilitator. Nothing wrong with that. But I would say Turkey should convince Somalia. Somalia should reconsider its position and talk to Ethiopia directly. Nothing wrong with that. So talks so far held are indirect talks. Twice, I said, Hakan Fidan met with Ethiopian officials, twice with Somali officials. Ethiopia raised a very important point in these talks. Ethiopia said that in 2018, Ethiopian PM Abiy and the president of Somalia, Abdullah Farmajo, signed some agreements. The two countries agreed on investing on 4 ports in Somalia. They'll jointly develop the ports. The ports will be linked to Ethiopia. And this regional economic integration will help both countries in progress. Ethiopia said, what happened to that agreement? It should be revived. The president who signed that agreement from Somali side is Farmajo, who is not in power now. Now Hassan Sheikh is in power. Hassan Sheikh ran against Farmajo in Somali election. So Somali delegation said that that agreement cannot be implemented now. Then Ethiopia raised a point that if 2018 agreement is not being implemented now, how can Ethiopia be sure that what Ethiopia reaches with Somalia in terms of agreement today will be implemented after a few years? Maybe after a few years, the next government or this government say, no, we won't implement the agreement. Very important point about Somalia. by Ethiopia. Secondly, Somalia is asking Ethiopia to withdraw from them. Somalia says no talks, no agreement on port use in Somalia until you withdraw. You'll have to publicly withdraw because recognition of Somaliland as a country by Ethiopia is not accepted. Somalia won't accept that no matter what happens. That is why before announcing any deal with Ethiopia, Somalia wants Ethiopia to withdraw from the MOU with Somaliland. So this is another sticking point. Ethiopia says, okay, let's talk. Once the talks are complete, once the access to sea issue has been solved too, then we'll talk about the MOU as well. Access to sea. This is another sticking point. Somalia is ready to give access to sea to Ethiopia in the light of UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, 1982. This convention gives rights to landlocked countries to transit through countries which have access to sea, which of course Somalia is signatory. Ethiopia is signatory to this convention. Eritrea is not, by the way. Eritrea is not a signatory to UN Convention on Law of the Sea. Both Ethiopia and Somalia are signatories. Somalia ready, but terms and conditions. This is the question I said, if you remember yesterday. Terms and conditions about access to sea are the ones which could create problems, because obviously you need detailed terms and conditions. Under which terms and conditions will Somalia give access to Ethiopia to sea? Will it be a lease? Will it be just commercial basis access like Ethiopia has access to sea through Djibouti? Ethiopia does not want the type of access it has to Djibouti ports. It wants full rights. It wants support. It wants an agreement. Who will guarantee the agreement? That agreement is implemented, Turkey or some other countries. All that questions are being discussed as well. Talks happened till 12 a.m. last night. Marathon negotiation between two countries. At 12 a.m. last night, talks ended, and the two parties agreed to resume talks in the morning. Right now, when I'm recording this video, talks again underway. We cannot say that talks are about to collapse. We cannot say that. At the same time, we cannot say that considerable progress has been made. Devil is in the details, by the way. When the two parties will agree on basic principles in these talks, then final agreement will be drafted. The details will be agreed to. It will take some time, but let's see. Turkey wants talks to succeed. Erdogan, when he talked to Hassan Sheikh, he said that Turkey hopes concrete results of these talks. Why does Turkey want talks to succeed? Turkey is Ethiopian trade partner. Turkey is Somalia's defense partner. It has acquired shares in Somalia's underwater resources. It would like talks to succeed to protect its economic and defense interests in the Horn of Africa. Let's see. Thanks for watching.